Well, good morning. Today is Friday, May 21st, and so it is time for our weekly meeting highlight. This week it's about meal plan your way to a stronger body. But first we'll start with how I did this week. Could have done better. I gained 2.8, but I have a total loss of 81.4. This comes at a very good time. Meal plan your way to a stronger body. I've kind of fallen to the wayside, and I don't know why. I really can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm eating the wrong thing. So this is going to come in handy for me this week, is to meal plan your way to a stronger body. They tell you to map out your meals ahead to include options that boost muscle and bone strength. I definitely, at my age, need to start strengthening my muscle and bone strength because I'm 70 years old, and so that means it's time to get serious because the older you get, the more muscle mass you lose and your bone density goes down. So let's try these different steps. Step 1, think about when and where you'll eat your meals and snacks and how many smart points you'll use. I have the very bad habit of watching TV while I'm eating. I should just sit down at a table and just really concentrate on my food and not really, because then I don't think I'd be mindlessly eating, but I track all my food, so I don't see the difference where I sit and eat. But maybe it might make a difference. I'm going to give it a week's shot and try, because maybe if I concentrate on my food a little bit more, even though I've tracked it out and I've measured it out and everything is like where it's supposed to be, maybe if I'm concentrating a little bit more on just really enjoying the food and concentrating on what I'm eating, that I might not get these hunger pangs later in the day that tell me that I'm hungry when I'm really not. I'm probably just thirsty. Step 2 is start with a 0 point or a low smart points protein. I've found that if you have a protein at every meal, it does fill you up a lot more. I do have a protein at every meal. I have an egg every morning for breakfast. I do eat a lot of cheese and cottage cheese and chicken. I do get enough protein in. I do definitely get enough fruits in. I really think I don't get enough of the fats and vegetables in. I do think I get the grains in too. But you have to have a balanced diet. Nobody likes to think that you're going to eat fats, but your body requires them for everything, to process everything through your system. It needs the fats to kind of grease the system, as they say. And so you have to really have a really well-balanced meal. Some of the options that you can get for proteins is chicken or fish or tofu. I have to tell you, I've never tried tofu. It just doesn't look the least bit appetizing, and I've heard so many bad things about it. And it might be a food that if I tried it, I would like it. But I can honestly say I really don't have an interest in even trying it. I get enough. I love chicken. I eat so much chicken, I think I could spit out feathers, really. And fish, I should eat more fish. I do like certain types of fish. I don't like shrimp and I don't like lobster, but I do love crab. I do love tuna. I do love cod. So I should probably incorporate that a little bit more. Step 3 is build your meal with favorites from the categories of grains, fruits, and veggies. Like I said, I think I have enough grains. I do love the Ezekiel toast, which is very high-packed protein. I don't eat a white bread. I always eat like a wheat bread or a multigrain bread. I think the exception being is I do like my Thomas's everything but the bagel, but I only eat half of it. But I probably should get a multigrain bagel if I'm going to eat those. We all know I eat a lot of fruit. I do eat a lot of fruit, but I love my fruit. And I'd rather have the fruit than cake or cookies or donuts or, candy, things like that. So I'm never going to eliminate my fruit. Veggies, we go through this all the time whenever we bring this topic up. I love vegetables. I absolutely love vegetables, but for some reason I just don't incorporate them enough into my meals. For a while there, I was trying to have a vegetable for breakfast even, which was working out really well. And then I just kind of stopped doing it. And I have no reason why I did it, but I did. Step 4 is consider how you'll prep and flavor your meal. I'm not really, I use like Mrs. Dash. I use a lot of Mrs. Dash because I don't like to put a lot of salt in my foods, because I find so many foods have a lot of sodium linked to them anyhow. I do like a lot of the Trader Joe seasonings that I use. And when I do use salt, I use the Lori's chicken seasoned salt. So I'm not a big cilantro fan. I don't like throwing parsley and things like that on it. But I do find that if I do have foods, I do tend to make them really spicy, because I love a really hot, spicy meal. That I really do. And I'm very fortunate that I don't have any side effects from that, because I know a lot of people can't have that. But they tell you to think about when and where you'll eat your meals and snacks and how many smart points you'll use. You always start your meal with a 0 or a low smart protein like chicken, fish, tofu. Build your meal with favorites high in vitamin D from fruits, veggies, or grains, and consider how you'll prep and flavor your meal. I take a vitamin D supplement, but I should try to find it in my foods. I live in Michigan, so this is my time of year to get the sun vitamin D, so I'm probably going to store up a little bit, hopefully, for the winter. But I do, like I said, I do take a supplement, and I do try to eat vitamin D enriched foods. Then tell you to dig a little deeper. What you eat, not just working out, plays a role in getting stronger. That's why eating with strength in mind is about adding protein, calcium, and vitamin D into your routine. Protein builds up your bones, muscles, cells, and blood. It also helps you maintain lean body mass and lose fat, all while shedding pounds. Win-win. Well, I need to eat a little bit more protein then, because I'm not shedding pounds lately. But that's not due to the fact that I'm not eating protein. It's due to the fact that I'm eating too much sugar-based foods. And I know that, and I know that for a fact. You've probably heard that calcium is great for your bones. Did you know that pairing it with vitamin D-rich foods is even better? Opt for foods like sardines, milk, cheese, and certain cereals. I wonder what cereals they're talking about. I'm going to have to research that a little bit. I didn't know, because I love a good cereal. I've never in my life had a sardine. They just don't look appetizing to me, so I've never even tried a sardine. I do drink milk. I do love cheese. I do think there's a part mouse. I don't like to say a rat, but I think I've got some of the mouse genealogy in me, because I love cheese. Cheese just goes with everything. You know, if you're trying to think, what can you put? I can put cheese on that. That's my thing. I do eat a lot of cheese. And I do like the Velveeta shreds. If I'm going to have a salad or something, I'm going to put the Velveeta shreds on it. I do find that I don't like it if I'm going to put it in a recipe that I need it to melt. I find that it doesn't melt very well. But on anything else that I don't really care, like on a taco, you don't really care if it melts or anything. I'll use that kind of cheese. Meat and dairy aren't the only foods that can make you stronger. Some fruits, veggies, and grains also contain protein, calcium, or vitamin D. I'll have to look those up too. And it just tells you to just get stronger. And I think like walking builds up your muscles. Exercise obviously builds up your muscles. Foods that you eat is going to definitely help you build your muscles. And you want to have strong bone strength, especially as you're getting older. The recipe this week is for egg, black bean, and avocado breakfast wraps. This does look good. So it is some black beans, some fat-free salsa, avocado, lime juice, some pepper, eggs, chili powder, and a multi-grain tortilla. It does look good. It's 10 points on the green and 7 points on the blue and the purple. I think these multi-grain tortillas that they're using are probably really high in points. I love a Carb Master wrap, which is only 2 points, because and the avocado is probably the other part of the points that you're getting, because the black beans shouldn't be any points and the salsa shouldn't be any points. So it's probably the avocado and the tortilla, which you could probably bring the points down a little bit. But 7-point breakfast, that's not bad. It really isn't. On the blue plan, I get 23 points a day. So that's not out of the, with my normal breakfast, I probably have between 7 and 10 points anyhow. So this looks like a very filling breakfast. But in the description box below, I will put the recipe. Like I told you, when I try to copy and paste this to put it in, it runs everything together. So I apologize for that, but you can kind of figure out what's going on with that. So anyway, a 2.8 gain, not really happy with it, but it is what it is. And 81.4 loss. I'm just trying my best to get back on track. Now that the weather's nicer and I can get outside more, I'm not tempted to be in the house and be bored. I'm like outside in my happy place reading and just flowering and gardening and things like that. So I should be doing better through the summer. I hope so. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and let me know how you guys did this week. I'm really interested. Am I the only one that's struggling? I hope I am. I really hope I'm the only one struggling. I hope all of you all are having really good success with your weight programs, no matter which one you're on. So I will talk to you either next week or on my daily vlog.